About 10 years ago, a family moved to Spearfish from Minnesota. The husband had been to auto body school and had experience, so they thought he'd find a job, but that didn't happen. Their financial gas tank ran empty and their hopes of a fresh start stalled. But that's not how the story ends. It's only the beginning as we go along the way to Spearfish. Jake's Collision Repair sports a shiny new sign on a brand new building in Spearfish, and they have another location in Sturgis.
We focus on good quality and fast turnaround.
But getting to this point required a turnaround in plans for owner Aaron Schoen and his wife Megan. In fact, it wasn't even in their plans. But after moving to Spearfish in 2009, no job openings for an auto body man, and money running out in late 2009.
He left the house and came back and said, well, I don't really know how to tell you this.
I spent the last $400 we had to our name and rented a shop and was going to fix a few cars until I could find a job.
And he said, it's not really a shop, it's more like a storage unit, but I think it'll work.
That left only pennies in their account. They had no credit cards, but with a family, they had to try something. So you had 8 cents and 3 kids.
8 cents and 3 kids, and a whole lot of hope, and that was about it.
What you see now is not what they had then.
You know, scrounge change to put fuel in our car.
Their first name was Jake's Garage.
And being my great-grandpa had the Jake Schoen garage, and then my son was Jake, I just figured it was fitting.
Their son Jake was just 4 years old at the time, and his great-grandfather started a Jake Schoen garage in Minnesota back in 1917, which later became Schoen Motors, owned by Aaron's grandfather and then his dad. But all that was ancient history. They were broke until Aaron got his first customer and his first break.
Just took on a restoration for a guy, and he was willing to give me some money down, and I used that to buy some more equipment and just kept going from there. And the very first car we did was a black 1978 Corvette, and I really wanted people to see what I could do.
The job on that Corvette showed what he could do, a showpiece of sorts and a jump start of hope. His first sign now hangs inside as a decoration.
My first sign was a hood that I purchased at Valley Auto for $20. I had to pull it out of the ground, so the corners are dented a little bit because the ground was frozen.
He cleaned it up and paid somebody to paint it.
Really, both of us were given all that we had. We'd even bring the kids with us to the shop in the summertime, and they would sit and watch while we worked and tried to get stuff done so we could pay our bills.
This is one of their first business cards. There's only 3 left, and this is one of them. They actually printed them inside their house, did it themselves because money was tight.
And so I knew it would work. I never imagined it would be to this scale or that he would be as successful as he has been.
After a decade of hard work, teamwork, this is now. They have about 15 employees between the 2 locations.
I think the biggest lesson I learned is that the American dream is still out there if you're willing to work for it, do a good job, treat people right.
You know, as long as you keep working hard, there's always a way to make things work. And if you have a dream, to pursue it, because you'll never know if you don't try.
They're now offering customers multiple options to safely comply with pandemic concerns while still working on cars. If you've met somebody cool along the way, please call or email us to let us know.
It's cool that they're helping people during the pandemic, but how is the pandemic affecting their business is what I'm curious about.
Yeah, quite a bit actually. He says that at their Spearfish location, it's down 70%, and at their location in Sturgis, it's down 40 to 50%. But we know the pandemic will end, and their story shows anything is possible with hard work.
Absolutely.
After